Hello everyone, I'm here today to share with you my 18 most anticipated book releases for 2018. So I know I've already said that I've made the resolution this year that I want to read mostly books I already own, but I am genuinely so excited for all of the books that I'm going to talk about in this video, and I think with most of them, if I get a hold of them right as they come out, I want to read them right as they come out, so then I know that they are out of the way, I've enjoyed them, I can get on to reading the ridiculous TBR pile that I already own. So I really want to share with you guys all of these books that are coming out this year that I'm really excited for. A lot of these are very big, popular, hyped releases. They're books that you will already know are coming out this year, but I've really tried my hardest actually to find those books that I'm really interested in that I haven't heard talked about on BookTube or on book blogs, because I want you guys to know about them and get really excited for them too. So I'm going to start off with a book that comes out on the 6th of February, and that is Spare and Found Parts by Sarah Maria Griffin. And this sounds like almost like a kind of YA, sci-fi, maybe dystopian kind of story. It's about a world that suffered an epidemic and all the survivors have missing body parts, and our main character's father is like a kind of genius scientist guy, and he has created these mechanical limbs that everyone now uses in place of their missing body parts, and she kind of feels that she can never really match up to her father's greatness for doing this. And then one day she finds a mannequin hand and she decides that she is going to start building her own companion from body parts that she finds. It sounds really weird. I have no idea where the story goes from there, but it just sounds so intriguing. It kind of feels like it might have some good kind of moral messages to it as well, and I cannot wait for it. As I said, this comes out on the 6th of February, so I'm really intrigued by this one. The next one comes out on the 8th of February, and that is A Goodbye Perfect by Sara Barnard. Now, I've read both of her other two YA contemporaries, Beautiful Broken Things and A Quiet Kind of Thunder. I really enjoyed both of them. I absolutely adore her writing style. She deals with very kind of serious topics, but she does it in a really lovely, beautiful way. This one is about a girl whose best friend has been having a secret love affair with their music teacher, and she runs away with him just before their GCSEs, but our main character is sworn to secrecy about their location, and I think it's all about how far can she take her loyalty before she actually has to tell someone for her friend's safety. And it just sounds really good. As I said, Sara Barnard is pretty much an automatic buy author for me, so yeah, really excited for this one. As I said, this comes out on the 8th of February, so yeah, really looking forward to this one. The next one comes out on the 20th of March, and that is The Astonishing Colour of After by Emily XR Pan, and this is another YA contemporary. This is about a girl who's convinced that her mother has become a bird after her mother's suicide. I know, that already sounds really weird, but then she goes to Taiwan to meet her mother's parents for the first time. She learns all about her Taiwanese heritage and things like that, and she is determined to find her mother's spirit in the form of this bird. It sounds really strange, but really beautiful at the same time. It kind of feels like a Jandy Nelson book to me, and I've never read a YA contemporary quite like a Jandy Nelson book, so I'm really intrigued to pick this up, see if it is anything like as beautiful or as magical as Jandy Nelson. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this, and as I said, this comes out on the 20th of March, so yeah, really looking forward to this one too. The next one comes out on the 22nd of March, and that is Panic Room by Robert Goddard, and this is a thriller about a woman who is house sitting in this mansion which is standing alone on a cliff in Cornwall, and she has a secret that she's running away from, and people come knocking at the door of this mansion while she's house sitting looking for the owner of this mansion, who is missing because he apparently has secrets too. This house has a panic room as well. That's pretty much all I know, but it sounds really good, really exciting. It sounds like it might be quite fast-paced and mysterious, and it also has a little bit of praise from Stephen King on the cover, saying more twists than a box of macaroni. I mean, I'm interested. I'm really interested. So yeah, this one comes out on the 22nd of March. The next one also comes out on the 22nd of March, and that is Out of the Blue by Sophie Cameron, and this is a YA about a girl who 10 days after her mother dies, angels start falling from the sky, and all of these angels are dead. Now that sounds really, really strange to me and incredibly intriguing. And then while she's trying to understand what the hell is going on here, her father uproots them all to Edinburgh, where an angel falls at her feet who is alive, and she understands the true significance of these angels and what it means about her mother's death. It just sounds so interesting. I know there are LGBT themes in this as well, which intrigues me even more. So yeah, really, really looking forward to this one. This one comes out on the 22nd of March. The next one is a sequel to a poetry book that I read in 2016 and absolutely adored, and that is The Witch Doesn't Burn in this one by Amanda Lovelace. This is the sequel to The Princess Saves Herself in this one. I love Amanda Lovelace's poetry. It's very simple, but it's very relatable, it's very empowering, and it's just so gorgeous. So I cannot wait to see what she's got in this little sequel. It comes out on the 5th of April, so yeah, definitely will be getting my hands on this as soon as possible. The next one also comes out on the 5th of April, and that is 12 Nights by Andrew Zurcher, and I am so excited for this one. It sounds so cute. So this is set on Christmas Eve in Cambridge. Our main character's father is working late at a college in Cambridge, and when her mother goes to pick him up from work to come home for Christmas, the college claims that no one by his name has ever worked there, and her mother's reaction is to cry rather than to be angry or confused, and our main character feels that this reaction is a little bit odd. And then when they get back home again, our main character finds a strange note on her pillow, and then she starts hearing voices and seeing creatures that she's not supposed to be able to see. It sounds so whimsical and so magical and right up my street, and I cannot wait till this comes out also on the 5th of April. So yeah, cannot wait for this one. The next one is a book that I'm very intrigued by. It doesn't actually have a cover yet, so I'm just going to show you this little thing where the cover should be, and it is Slenderman by Will Hill, and this comes out on the 10th of April, and this is about a guy whose search for his missing sister takes him into the story of the myth of Slenderman. And I believe this is going to be a kind of like mixed media book, so it's going to be told in the forms of photographs and emails and articles and things like that. It sounds really creepy, and yeah, really looking forward to this one too. The next one comes out on the 1st of May, and it is a comic series, and that is Runaways by Rainbow Rowell and Kris Anka. Now apparently this is a revival of a Marvel series that came out in the early 2000s, and I'd never heard of it before, but all I really know about it is about a gang of teenage superheroes who find out that their parents are part of an evil crime organisation, and they're essentially fighting their parents, and that's pretty much all I know, but I've heard really good things about it. It definitely sounds like something that I would love, and now that Rainbow Rowell is reviving it, I am definitely all here for it. So yeah, really excited about this one. The next one I don't actually have like anything to show you the cover of it for, but I read a little sampler of it in this little YA Usborne thing that I got in a book box club, and I am so excited for it from what I've actually read of the sampler, and that is Slay by Kim Curran, and this comes out on the 3rd of May, and all I'm going to say about Slay is it is a boy band who are also demon hunters. I mean, I am definitely all here for that, and I think it actually might be the first in a series as well, so I am so excited for that, and that comes out on the 3rd of May, and yeah, I'm thinking that I'm going to be absolutely loving that. The next one comes out on the 29th of May, and that is Legendary by Stephanie Garber. This is the sequel to Caraval, and I read Caraval at the end of 2016, and it's one of those Marmite books, like everyone either loves it or hates it. There doesn't really seem to be many people in the middle. I am definitely in the camp that loved it. I thought it was really intriguing, really unique. So Caraval follows two sisters who are obsessed with this yearly audience participation show called Caraval, and you have to be invited to it, but they managed to secure tickets to it one year, and when they arrive they find themselves themselves right in the middle of the action, and it's just really good. It's really dark, it's really mysterious, you don't really know what's real and what's not, and Legendary is the sequel to it, and as I said, this comes out on the 29th of May, so yeah, really looking forward to this one too. The next one comes out on the 26th of June, and that is The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay. And Paul Tremblay's A Head Full of Ghosts was one of my favourite reads of 2017. I really, really loved it. This is his 2018 release about a family who are holidaying in a remote cabin, and a group of men befriend the little girl of this family and tell her that they need her to help them save the world, and they then go on to invade the cabin, and I can only imagine that terrifying, mysterious things happen from there. And yeah, really, really looking forward to this one. This one comes out on the 26th of June, so yeah, really looking forward to this one too. The next one is a Ruth Ware release. She releases a awesome crime thriller mystery every year, and this year her book is called The Death of Mrs. Westaway. I don't think this is the actual cover, but I think the cover may look something like this. This is literally just a picture that I found online to represent it. So this comes out on the 28th of June, and this follows a tarot card reader who receives a mysterious letter saying that she has inherited a lot of money, and she quickly realises that it's obviously been sent to the wrong person, but she still thinks that she can see a way how she can get hold of this money. She ends up at the funeral of the woman who has died, and she quickly realizes that there's something not quite right about this death or this inheritance, and it just sounds so good. I love Ruth Ware's writing, so yeah, really looking forward to her new book, and as I said, this comes out on the 28th of June. The next one comes out on the 7th of August, and I'm sure you will all be highly, highly anticipating this, and that is Catwoman Soulstealer by Sarah J. Maas. This is, of course, the third book in the DC Icons series. I have a copy of Batman Nightwalker, which I haven't read yet, but hopefully I will have finished it by the end of January, and I cannot wait for Sarah J. Maas writing a YA Catwoman. I am so here for this book. This is actually probably the one that I am most excited for, so yeah, really, really looking forward to this, and I'm thinking it's going to be really good, and as I said, this comes out on the 7th of August. The next one also comes out on the 7th of August, and that is A Bad Man by Dathan Auerbach. I'm probably really butchering that name, but this is about a guy whose little brother went missing when he was a toddler from the supermarket that this guy now works at, and as soon as he starts working there, he kind of senses that something's a little bit off with the place, and something's a little bit off with the other staff members too, and he basically decides that he's going to start looking for his little brother again and find out exactly what happened to him. But then I think it quickly becomes apparent that he definitely shouldn't have started looking, and it just sounds so good, so creepy. I love my horror mysteries, and this comes out on the 7th of August too, so yeah, really looking forward to this one. The next one comes out on the 28th of August, and that is Toil and Trouble, 16 Tales of Women and Witchcraft, edited by Jessica Spotswood and Tess Sharpe. And this is literally 16 short stories about witchy women, and I know it's a very diverse collection. I know it spans historical witches, contemporary witches, futuristic witches, and it just sounds something that I really need. Gorgeous cover as well, so I cannot wait for this one, and this one comes out on the 28th of August, so yeah, really excited for this one. The next one comes out on the 4th of September, and all I have for this is this picture, which is pretty ambiguous, but then you look at it and it is actually a whale's face, so you can see its eye there, but it could also be like a sky or a sea or whatever, but this is called And the Ocean Was Our Sky, and this is Patrick Ness's new book, and it's edited, no, not edited, it's illustrated by someone called Rovina, and this is his new middle grade YA kind of book it's a retelling of Moby Dick from the perspective of the whale, I believe, and that's pretty much all I know. It sounds very weird, it sounds very magical. I think it's probably going to be pretty beautiful as well, and this comes out on the 4th of September, so yeah, really looking forward to this one. And the last book that I am very highly anticipating doesn't actually have a cover or a title yet, but that is the 7th and final book in the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. This comes out on the 30th of October, so we've still got ages and ages to wait for this, but I cannot wait to see how this series wraps up. I have a very love-hate relationship with this series, shall we say. I've been with it for years now, and I just cannot wait for it to end. At one point it was one of my favourite series, now it's probably not one of my favourite series, but I do definitely still enjoy it, and yeah, I just cannot wait to see how it all wraps up, and unfortunately I have to wait until the 30th of October to find out, but I cannot wait. So yeah, really looking forward to that. And those are my 18 most anticipated book releases for 2018. What are some new releases that you're looking forward to this year? Please let me know. I will leave all of my social media in the description down below. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye bye.